But I think it is about time. We had our guest 2 weeks ago, Kecho, for those who remember, Denise Kechimuri, and she was talking about perinatal bereavement. I didn't even know that term, by the way. I just got to know it when she was sending me her details of this is what I do. And I'm like, okay, this is something we need to pick interest in and talk about as much as possible, especially when it concerns men. Because men, we think we are hard. In the studio today, I have what I found out to be my OB. And I think he's lucky that I did not pull his ears. He wasn't in my dormitory. I think we shall catch up on that more. But he is a senior clinical psychologist, meaning that he works in the same field that I do, but he encompasses a different area of specialty from mine, although generally we do understand the same things, or more or less the same things, on mental health. Mind Matters is a mental health weekly show that comes to you every Sunday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. to make or create awareness about mental health. Basically, that is what it is. It is the first mental health show we have on radio in Uganda, and we hope that it will encourage other stations to, join us, because mental health is ignored, and yet it is most needed. It affects everybody, and everybody needs to understand that when you have what you call a small problem, which might be a big problem, the best way to deal with it is to get to see a professional. Why do I say professional? Because when your car gets a problem, you start hearing funny noises. You don't say, let it be. You will look for a mechanic. So when it comes to you, you feel something is not right with you or your family member, why don't you go and look for the mechanic? That is the person who deals with these issues, to help you understand whether it is a big problem, small problem, or it's not an issue, as opposed to just ignoring it. So I hereby take a moment to introduce my guest this morning. Good morning.
Morning to you, sir.
How are you?
I'm all right, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Yes, you are welcome to Mind Matters.
Glad to be here.
You are a clinical psychologist.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Oh, these are professionals that assess, diagnose, and treat. Okay, to make it simply, treat mental health problems, behavioral issues,
Okay.
For various populations. And by that, I mean they could specialize by category: children, teenagers,
okay,
adults, senior members.
Okay.
But the essence is, one, to help people understand what's going on and make sense of whatever is happening in their lives.
Okay.
Just live a better life. There's also aspects of building resilient.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because certain problems are not problems, like you said.
Okay.
Yeah, because we believe that every individual has the capacity to overcome any adversity. But sometimes someone reminding you that you've done it before or something like that,
yes,
helps you, move along.
Yes.
So we're not there to always be your mechanic. We are there to help you become your own mechanic.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get it. So yes, tell me, who are you? Your names, where you come from, where you work.
Okay. I am Arthur Simon Ndaula. Arthur is my first name.
Okay.
Very few people use it.
Mm-hmm.
Only my teachers call me that.
Okay.
Yeah. Others I'm known as Simon Ndaula.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, I'm a senior clinical psychologist in private practice.
Okay.
Yes, I'm in private practice. So I consult for city psychological consultants. I also consult for some other outfits within town, but city psychological consultants, that's like my base.
Okay.
What else did you ask?
So you've said your names, where you work.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that will go. The rest we shall find out as we come.
Yeah. I went to SMARC.
You went to SMARC. You have jumped because we have primary, nursery, and we shall also need that as well. Eh?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. So let's go back and start with your earliest childhood memory.
Yes.
What's your earliest childhood memory?
I think my earliest childhood memory must have been, I think, after the war, 79.
Yes.
Yes, I recall walking with my mother and looking at bodies strewn around Wandegea
Oh.
by the road. Yes, yes. Like at one point, she lifts me. This week, we're going to visit some friends somewhere in Nakasero.
Okay.
Yes.
How did that affect you? Did you even know there were dead bodies? Or?
Well, come to think of it, I've not. Since you brought it up, I didn't think much of it. Yeah, but I got to understand more of what happened, of course, in the ensuing years, right?
Yes.
Yeah, when you got to know what maybe death is and things like that. Yeah.
Okay. So at that time, you were just seeing bodies. You didn't click.
I didn't know.
You know, I like to tell people that people like me and you who were born in the 70s, and also those who were born in any war time, we don't know that affected us in one way or the other. Yeah. Because, you know, I like to tell people that I suffered alcoholism.
Yes.
Now, I always refer it to the time I was born. And they wonder, how am I connecting those dots?
Yes.
And I say that why I connect those dots is because at that time, parents were not able to give the care that they needed to. They were always on pressure. There was scarcity of staff. They were worried about what's going to happen. Is a bullet going to pass through the window? Saba. There was a lot of thuggery.
Yes.
You know, and when I hear the stories from my mother especially about those days, you could actually see that they didn't have time to really nurture their kids. They were always in survival mode. So there was a way it actually affected our mental health. Yes. Mental health being how we think, how we feel, and how we behave.
Yeah.
So, okay. So you have seen these then. What, you hadn't started school by that time?
I was probably, 3?
3, yeah.
Yes.
So you started school. Where did you go?
I went to Buto Junior School.
You didn't go through nursery?
Nursery, Makere Nursery School.
But you can't remember anything.
Makere Hill. I remember a lot. Of course, it's chaos. But some of the fond memories I have of my early childhood at the school were, there used to be tracks of soldiers that would pass by. I don't know why they were headed, but they would stop and give us those biscuits. Yes, so yeah.
So you like
that's the army, the guys in green.
Yes.
One
of the Tanzanian guys.
No. This is the 80s.
Oh, the 80s.
Yes. This was our army.
Okay.
But now the scary guys were the guys who were wearing red. I think the special forces or something.
Okay.
Yes. Those are the ones you'd see them doing, very, very evil things to people.
Yes. Yeah, I don't remember those, although I've heard some stories from us.
Yes.
So then, you go to primary?
Yes, so primary school. So I went to Buto. Now I think, and I went to Buto. I was taken to Buto Junior because of what was happening at the time. So I grew up in the flats opposite Makere University. There were gunshots every night. Small bullets, big guns. I don't know. There's a lot because there was, I think, a detach in the valley.
Okay.
So when these guys would get drunk, sometimes they would,
open fire.
Yes. So, and around 6 p.m., you're all running through corridors, secure, to secure, your children's lives if you were parents. So I was moved to the boarding school just to,
to stay safe, out of the
safe from that, that daily. Yes, but I think 85. Yes, 85. I moved to Kampala Parents.
Okay.
Kampala Parents School.
That was before the takeover?
Yeah.
Before the current government came to power?
I think it may have been after.
Okay.
May have been after. Yes.
So, how was boarding school?
Actually, before. Because I think I have a recollection of that war. Because there were some gunfights in the flats.
Yes. So how was...
And I recall the very first night that they took over. So it's the first night I recall sleeping without a gunshot.
Oh, it happened that fast.
No, when they took over, when Kampala was captured.
The bullet stopped.
That's that's of the.
Okay.
Yes.
Must have been
That
good
one,
for us.
that one I recall. It's strange.
Yeah. For us, we were in cavalry. We are cowards. They took us far away.
They took you far away.
They say cowards live longer.
Yes.
So yeah. So now, how was boarding school We hear-
Boarding school now
in primary?
in primary. Initially, it was good. I remember there was a headmaster. It was nice. It was nice until there was a change. So I think that I forget the name of the headmaster, but of course, when the change for us was in, I think, the diet. Yeah, we were spoiled a bit because I recall pudding and things like that. Then those things disappeared.
Okay.
With the new, yeah. But boarding school was interesting. So one of the things, of course, that defined it was chiboko. That is from your teachers, your house prefects.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and what's interesting, we used to build resilience by practicing. You know, like amongst each other. You know,
Yes.
to be hard.
Yes.
Yes.
You used not to wear 3 underwears.
No. It was hard. We had that hard khaki. So
Yes.
yes. And then when you were being caned, you did not need to show weakness.
Yes.
Touch, twitch, you know, and then
True.
you'd get your credits from your boys, you know. But other than that, it was very memorable. Playing, we had lots of time to play. You know, large area. Would explore the area outside of the school environment, the gardens. It was beautiful. It was
Yeah,
beautiful.
because some people have had a lot of trauma in primary school as boarding.
Yeah.
And so I guess that means it's dependent on the school. Yeah.
I also would like to say would need to lock it to different generations. You know, our generation is perceived to be a hard generation. right?
Yes.
So I think at one point you were groomed to be, or you were hardened by your experience.
Yes.
Even though at home you're a spoiled child, you were hardened at school.
At school, yes.
Yeah. So yeah. So for primary school, for that boarding primary school, I never had any issues. It's just the things you had to learn. You get your grab, like we used to call it. It runs out fast, then you have to wait for the refill, which is the next visiting.
The next visiting day,
Then
yes.
you learn how to,
to manage
to
yourself.
manage it. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So primary school went smoothly.
Yeah.
You don't remember any bullying or anything,
It was only the canes, but
Only the canes.
But we got used to them.
which hardened you. So do you support children being caned?
Spare the road, spoil the child.
No, you are the psychologist here. So
No, like I said, we live in different times. But you see, this would does this apply to home and school? Or
I'm talking about school because
School.
they're saying
Okay.
it shouldn't be.
right now, like I said, we live in a different era. The
Yes.
kids today have been exposed to lots of information, right? And they know right from the outset that you can talk to them
Okay.
and they will understand something. They are like they can understand, and they have the examples around them that prove that you can talk to them and they'll understand what you are talking about.
Okay.
Okay, and then they will adjust. So that mode may not make sense to them.
Okay.
The interpretation, you see, because everything around them seems to be dialogue.
Okay.
You see, so if you cane, then it might have a different connotation.
Okay.
Yeah, you're angry. Why you're violent? You see what I mean? Yeah.
So information.
So today, because of what they know and how the world has evolved, it's a misfit
It's a misfit. So you don't agree with it basically. You
at schools.
in schools.
But a parent, I mean, you know how you run your home.
Yes.
Yeah, it's I remember when we were being taught about punishment in psychology. It's very critical when you execute the punishment.
Yes.
Whether it's a little slap or it's deprivation of what they
Yes.
want, Yeah. So if it's too late, then you don't bother with it.
Yeah.
Like you don't punish after 24 hours and say yesterday you did this, so you're not going to do this. No, you have to change what you have to say.
Okay.
But if it's immediately after something's happened, you pull the child aside and say, okay, what do you think is wrong here? You're talking to them, Yeah.
But they say teachers don't have that time because you have 50 children to manage.
Yeah.
You can't go through sitting them one by one, 20 children, talk to them. So the quickest thing to do is to just lie down, lash.
No, of course that won't be possible today, yeah? Yeah, what if they, like I said, these kids are informed. What if they gang up against you?
Oh, yes.
This one I'm telling you, these kids are well informed. They gang up against you, then what? You can't take out 50 kids.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess that is a conversation for another day.
Yes.
We need to really talk about corporal punishment in schools.
Yes.
I also think it's something we don't pay attention to.
Yeah.
Because even me, I'm divided on it. I sometimes think, kids should be beaten in school, but sometimes I'm like, what about when they are ganging up on a child? Teachers can also, use it to their own benefit. And I have seen it being done also.
Yes.
So anyhow, that's not what we're here to talk about. Let's proceed.
Yeah.
You finished primary?
And then I went to
Budo?
Then I went to Budo, went to Kampala Parents.
Kampala Parents?
Yes,
okay.
So then I went to SMAC.
Then you went to SMAC?
Yes.
So did you realize that Budo was not happening? That's why you went to SMAC?
The Budonians may wait for you after the show.
We have to tell them.
Yes, SMAC was where the life was supposed to happen.
Okay.
Yes.
So you went to Kampala Parents and you finished your P7?
Yes.
It was also smooth. There was
Kampala Parents was a very, very interesting experience. Why? It's because many of the guys I was with in Budo, I moved with or found some already there.
Okay.
So it wasn't, I didn't have that novel experience at the school because I met my mates, even in my own class,
Yes.
my own stream.
So you just continued to
You just continued, yes. So you just made new friends along the way. But it was nice. Yeah, it was very nice and very interesting at the same time. So, when you come to think of it, I literally studied with the kids of the civil servants in the first government.
Oh, okay.
Like they all, as we have it today, and like from the president, to several ministers. And what I appreciated about them compared to what we had about previous one is these kids were humble. They were just like anyone else.
Yeah, they blended in normally.
They were just like anyone else. You never used to think about this so and so child. No, it was just like they were children. Yeah, good manners, things like that. So it was good interactions. It was a very good foundation there. What I like most about that part of my life is introduction to reading.
Okay.
A habit which I actually do still, indulging. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what were the bad behaviors that you found there, especially around P6, P7?
There's nothing actually. It was just kids being kids.
Okay.
Yes.
There were no smokers and may had a bad day.
No, none of that. It's just the usual things of what was called bad was really kids being kids. So there are things that were not allowed in school. Like I remember handheld video games.
Yes. Donkey Kong.
Yeah. So us guys, boys would go outside and play and things. But I don't recall anything extreme. No.
I think you used to hang out with the right people.
I don't, there was no smoking. Anyway, maybe I stand to be correct, but I never heard of anything like that. None of that.
At that age.
None of that. Yes. None.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that means you crossed to senior one, still healthy and innocent. Into Mary's College Kisubi.
Yes.
So tell us about it, because joining senior one usually started the bad chapter.
Yeah.
There was bullying. There were all kinds of things.
Yes.
How did it change now in senior one?
So senior one, very interesting. I remember my first day of school. There was a guy. May he so rest in peace. I think he just passed on recently. I can't say it was extreme bullying, but I remember he called us. So what did you get in English? Distinction 1. And he told me, okay, you good at spellings? Yes. So he first gives you a couple of spellings. Spell this, you get the spelling right. Spell that, you get the spelling right. And he says, spell.
And what did you spell?
Of course, it's something that
It caught you off guard.
yeah. So
There was no punishment for that.
no.
You know,
Then he just said, "No, you did not get a distinction. That
Yeah.
proves you did not. You can't spell. You know."
Yes.
But I think that's what I experienced.
Mm.
Okay, and I recall because I was into basketball. The first thing I went to do is find out where the basketball court was,
Okay.
and I found. I think they might have been the S4s.
Mm.
There were like 20 people on the court playing. They used to run around, yes. And I was like, okay, so how does this work? And they were having fun. And then when they went off, another group of people went on.
Mm.
And I think those were the S3s.
Okay.
And this guy was there. And then he asked me, can you shoot?
Mm.
I told him, yes, I can shoot. So he told me, if you shoot make 5 consecutive shots,
Mm.
I'll let you, play with us, which I did. And I believe I'm the first person to mix levels
In senior one. That was hard.
on day one.
You're lucky.
Yes. And from that day on, Kawoya became a very good friend of mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you have joined well. For me, I'll just give you a different
Yeah.
entry from yours.
Yes.
I was in the dormitory Kakoza, and when we had come, they showed me where the dormitory was. So we were carrying the first load of our stuff to the dormitory.
Yes.
And as soon as I entered inside,
Yes.
I met a guy called ED, and he had folded the towel. You know that folding of the towel?
Yes.
And as soon as I entered,
Whiplash.
on my collarbone here.
Yes.
And I was shocked. I'm like, okay, is this where I've come? And then the guy asks me, what's your name? I tell him, Kahiri Mbanyi. Where are you from? Kabale. You're Muchiga? And he stopped from there
Yes.
and says, nobody touched this guy, but I didn't flinch
Yes.
from that first experience.
Yes.
I knew where I've come, there is trouble, and so I had to settle down. Yeah,
Wow.
my experience, which wasn't very good, but that's how it started in SMAC for me. So anyhow,
Yeah.
you go through senior one.
Yes.
How was it? Because
Okay, so when of course, we met some friends who were either in your neighborhood or in your school who were a class ahead. Because remember, senior ones and senior twos used to share
one dormitory.
one dormitory.
Yes.
And they were telling us, you guys haven't even been. So some guys were teased by just being, okay, they thought they were being teased by being asked for sugar and some of those things. But they said, you guys, this is nothing. Whatever you're crying about is nothing. They believe they were the last persons to do what?
Yes.
To get the rough end of the stick.
Yes.
There was this other guy who was like a ghost. I forget his name. I think he was from that area. He was expelled, but he would come in, cause terror, disappear. I forget the name of him. Yeah? But, so they told us that. So we imagined what it was like.
Yes.
They talk about those buckets that were filled with rot and things like that.
Yes.
Yeah, so they kind of told us, things that keep you out of trouble. Of course, Solidar.
Solidar.
Yeah, yes. So senior one was good. I think Asimile was our headmaster.
Yes, he was at the time.
Was a very good educationist. I remember he told us, I'm not going to run around after you to study. You need to know
You yourself.
when exactly. You have to pace yourself. You need to know when you should study and when you should be doing other things.
Yes.
Yeah, so senior one was kind of smooth, just getting used to. But again, I must say I had a bit of a soft landing because I had some people in the higher classes. So,
but you're also a sportsman. You are in basketball.
Yes, on the team.
So did you ever end up going to drink, smoke?
No.
You survived all that until you finished senior 6?
Yeah, no.
You are the good guys.
Of course, you'd see your child, out of curiosity, you'd go see what these guys do, but you'd not indulge, right?
Okay.
Yes. But some of the guys would actually just go smoke from, Lodell, the wall?
Yes.
Yeah, that's all they would do, yeah?
Yes.
So the Mama Teo place, I was just curious to see who was there.
Who was there?
I do not know if you had this experience. I recall having this chat chat about day one with some old boys. We seem to remember the guys in the higher classes appearing to be very mature, like men.
Yes.
Was it?
Yes, they
You
were.
know, like men, like fully fledged men. So when we went there, we saw people and we could not distinguish who was who until we saw them in the school. And like, hey, it's not a villager.
It is actually a schoolmate.
Yes.
Yes, and some of those you were peeping at were us. Because I promptly began in senior 2.
Yeah.
And my story took a trajectory at that point.
Yeah.
But thank God there was a lot of sanity, you know.
Yeah.
That's how we got a senior psychologist. So anyhow, you seemed to have passed through school.
Yes. So S1 was smooth. S2, of course, we now know what the school is about, and now we run things.
Now you run things, yeah.
Yes. Actually, we were so rowdy. Our year was so rowdy. We teased S5s. And some of us got into trouble when those guys got prefectorial posts.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So it was fun. Yeah. So my life at school was more, of course, sports and things like that. Yeah.
So did you have there were no traumas in school? You went through it smoothly? Anything you feel maybe affected you in any way?
No, because things were clear cut, right?
Yes.
You break certain rules, you know what's coming after you, you know? If you cross a certain line for your senior, you know what's coming after you, you know? So you just, you know, you played by the rules, right? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think, I think your parents probably did a very good job. You seem to have been in line at the time. Were they tough?
Yeah. Of course. I mean, all our mothers and fathers were, you know, if you had a tough mother, the dad would balance, but, you know, they were stern. But I think on the issue of like drinking and all those things, you know, it's just to tell you, there's a time for it. But also, you know, being a sportsman, and when you looked at your role models, you tended to mimic what they do.
Exactly.
So some of the guys who we looked up to were not drinking.
I know. Yeah.
So you're like, okay. So it didn't become a thing for you.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Though later on, of course, we drink, but again, we still drink, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it wasn't an issue.
No.
Which is a very good thing. And you see, that's what we are trying to encourage amongst young people.
Yeah.
To do things like sports, and also to find role models who make sense. Not the ones not the role models we have on the billboards, photos, are kind of dangerous to our children.
Yeah.
So you finish school, everything goes well. You're lucky to have survived that era of school with no suspension, no nothing.
Yeah.
It's a totally different life from me. You know, we're in the same school, but it's as if we're not in the same school. Because when I'm telling stories about my education, it was such a mess. You know, every weekend we are going to Echoes to dance. You know, you're being chased. Your teachers are on your case.
Yeah, I had a story. I don't know if it was your year where I think Pulsation.
Yeah, Pulsations.
Yes.
By Bitature.
Yeah. So one of you guys had a chick you were going after, and I don't know, they claim or prefect or something was interested in the same chick, and then they kind of sold, like they said.
That you had been. I don't know about that one. That one. At least it wasn't to me. Let me make a disclaimer. But probably, because those were the days when we had those. They had what we call day vigor.
Day vigor, yes.
Which was from, I think, midday to about 7 p.m. for teenagers.
Yes.
You know, and in different places.
Yeah.
So, here we are. Now, like I said, we are coming to a difficult topic. And so we needed to lighten up a little bit.
Yeah.
Where we are talking about life and death.
Yes.
And what people consider to be death and what some people don't understand even at all. So you grow up, you go to campus, you finish.
Yeah.
You decided to do psychology as your first.
Very, very interesting story. So, I actually wanted to do medicine.
Okay.
Then there's an uncle of mine who's a psychologist. who told me, "You really want to be a doctor?" Yeah. He says, "No. This is better." He believed.
Okay.
Yeah, doctors are important, but at any one point, this is better. It'll be more interesting for you because you'll be able to, understand people, how they behave.
Yes.
And he gave me it was like a 20 minutes talk and changed my mind.
Okay.
So I get to uni. Yeah, and I did psychology.
You did psychology. So you did it because of the influence or your father had on you?
My uncle.
Your uncle, had on you.
My dad was not too happy about it.
He was not happy about it. So how come he had more influence over you than your dad did?
No, it's just being so. That's the power of our profession.
Yes.
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
Psychology is a very, 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 very interesting discipline. It's the only discipline that's both a science and an art.
Okay.
Did you know?
Well, I'm learning now.
Yes. So, and because we deal with human behavior, there is no facet of professional life, business, but that doesn't have that component during training.
Yes.
Even the military, even the police. Because the police is supposed to be people in uniform. Let me use that word. Just regular people in uniform. So they're supposed to use persuasion. They have to learn people and adapt to people. Yeah, so that's just like I was sold.
Okay.
Just like that, like how they taking over your brain.
Yes. So
I looked forward to this thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So do you regret it or do you feel it was the right thing to do?
No, like I told you. So when he told me that, remember I'm still in SMAC.
Yes.
This is senior 4. I went to that.
Oh, this is in senior 4. I thought when you're already...
Okay. Senior 4. But I still did PCB.
Okay.
At A level. So I go to that huge library of ours. It was well stocked.
Yes.
So I got books out. I read. So it piqued my interest, Right. So going to A levels, I knew where I was going.
You knew exactly what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
Good for you. Career guidance, I guess. Do you do that as well?
I actually, if a person asks me, I ask them one question. Think about what you'd enjoy doing.
But we know we are lacking career guidance.
Yeah, but you see, because I tell them, listen, it might not translate into you being the wealthiest man in the world, but think about what you enjoy doing. If you want money, it's okay, right?
Yes.
So what do you want? What do you think you still enjoy doing to make money?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and why I was saying that is because we don't have much happening in the area of career guidance, and I don't even know if in schools they do have this particular section that deals with career guidance, because counseling and career guidance usually come together.
Yes.
And so I'm saying, you as a psychologist, haven't you thought of bringing this onto the table of having career guidance as part of your
very good question.
Consultations?
A very good question. No, I haven't, because I know there's some other psychologists that work with schools.
Yes.
That are into that. But I believe what you're saying is very important, and I think an awareness drive could be made.
Okay.
So that many more people get on board with this particular issue. Yes.
And why I pick on you is because it particularly drove you to what you are doing. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
You were guided into it. For me, I was just rebelling. I want to be a doctor because my father is a doctor. Then he tells me, you can't be a doctor because your lifestyle doesn't show. You need to be serious. You need to. Then I get to campus, I discover, okay, what the man was saying is correct.
Yes.
My lifestyle is too harsh for the medical world, So I broke it down and I ended up doing what I was doing instead.
Yes.
All right, so here we are.
Yeah.
You became a psychologist.
Yes. So I did a degree.
Yes.
That majored in psychology. Well, we're the guinea pigs of the semester system. We're the first guys.
In Makerere?
Yes.
Okay.
Our year.
The experiment.
We call ourselves the guinea pigs. I think they had made up their minds they're going to change it. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I was in sciences but majored in psychology because that's 311. You know those combinations.
Yes.
211. So I did a 311. So did 3 in sciences, dropped, and then did psychology for my last 2 years. Then I went back the same year I graduated and started my master's degree in clinical psychology.
Same year.
Yeah, I started the same year.
Same year. Okay.
Yes. Actually, I remember we started class because we were 2, and there's a best friend of mine, Professor Paul Banjirana. I
think I know him.
Yes. So we were 2.
Yes.
And we started, the week before graduation or something like that. Yeah.
So now you become a psychologist.
Yes.
How did you get to? We are talking about perinatal bereavement.
Brilliant.
So we are going to start from there.
So
first, explain to us.
Yeah.
First of all, what is it?
Okay. This is a grief, I think, and mourning response to the loss of a child.
Okay.
That's how I can put it. And
So the loss of a child.
Yes, a child's died.
A child has died.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's before the child is born. I think 20 to 28 weeks.
Okay.
There could be that. There could be maybe midterm somewhere. There could be a neonate. Yeah. Like the first, I think, 28 days.
Okay.
At birth. Yes. So it encompasses loss during those periods.
Okay.
Yes.
So I think I remember Kecho talking about, I think 9 weeks. Between 7 to 9 weeks. Yeah. That's pretty early.
Yes.
When are abortions allowed? Are they legal in Uganda anyway?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. But a medic would probably give us more guidance on the issue. I think medically speaking,
Yes.
they are allowed to.
Okay.
Yes, to terminate if they notice certain things.
If they notice certain things.
Yes. If they notice certain things, they will terminate because the child won't leave.
The child won't leave,
yes.
or
there may be a deformation again that.
Yes. So basically, we are saying that from conception,
even though it's like a 2
weeks,
2 weeks,
it is already a child. That is what we are considering.
Okay. From what we do, if a person says they lost a child, you take it as that
it is a child.
Yes. Because that's what happens in their mind.
Their mind.
Yes.
So we don't consider the formation, how much formed was the child, or
no. It's a very good question you give, because there are 2 parties to this.
Yes.
There's the one who carries and the one who does not carry. Yes. So
that's why I want to understand me who doesn't carry.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's for when the person says, I am pregnant.
Then they are carrying a child.
I am pregnant.
Yes.
If a woman tells you, I am pregnant. Yeah.
So now that means usually after the first period, which is 30 days. Okay, let's say a month.
Yes. For the time she, maybe when she misses her period.
Yes, when she misses her period, and then they go and they take a picture.
Not even test. You may do a pregnancy test.
Oh, a pregnancy test.
Yes, but missing the period is the ultimate pregnancy, because in cavalry, I'm sure they don't go for strips.
Well, in 2025, maybe things have changed.
It's just, I've missed the period,
Yes.
I mean, that's the ultimate indication of,
of pregnancy.
Typically, that's what we know.
Exactly.
I mean, if you're a young boy and you had a girlfriend and she told you, I've missed my period.
Yes. You already
that's where you use the expletive.
Very true.
Yes.
So here we are now. Somebody has gotten pregnant.
Yes.
If anything happens after that to the child, then that is perinatal
loss.
Perinatal loss. That is until the child, I think, is about a few months old, basically.
I think they use like 28 days.
28 days, yeah.
Yeah, okay, they look at it, because even a neonate. Yeah.
Yes.
Some people, okay, we support people who may have just lost within that time.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So now the woman, let's start with a miscarriage, which
Yes.
happens in the first few weeks.
Yes.
You as a man, they have just told you,
I'm pregnant.
she has told you, I'm pregnant.
Yes.
It hasn't yet even sunk in. Then maybe by the end of the next month, she's telling you, I have lost the child. Does it affect men as well? Because that was the question.
Oh.
1 month, I've lost my period. Second month,
Okay.
I've lost a child.
So I'm going to give you a bit of context.
Okay.
So let's look at two scenarios. Let's look at a scenario where the man was not ready to have a child.
Okay.
Okay. They might pump their fist and say, phew. But the mind is a very interesting thing.
Okay.
Later on, you always look into the future. Okay, what could this have been? Okay. So there's that.
Okay.
Then there are some people, of course, who expect the child. They may feel a certain way about it, but seemingly move on fast.
Okay.
But what we observe is it might not be to the extent the woman is affected. Because one, again, context, it depends. Is this the first child?
Okay.
Okay. Is it a child of wanted sex? See what I mean? Because in our social context, these are determinants of certain things for men. Because we're talking about men, right? That's if they got to know.
They got to know,
You
yes.
see the sex of the child. Yeah. So, but for most of the people we have observed, I'm saying most.
Yes.
When it happened early, and depending on the age also, they may not appear to be affected as much. Then we also get into generations. The younger generations tend to introspect about things.
Okay.
So the young men are affected in a certain way, which is different from the older generation.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you think it affected people like the generation we came from?
You see, it depends on, we're socialized to be hard. What that happens, move on, So possibly as an individual it does. Because there's no space for you to even air it out beyond that breaking of the news where someone would tap you in the back and say, Guma,
Yes.
or blame the woman.
Yes.
Actually, in some of the places, get another woman.
Yeah. Because they're saying this woman is not fertile enough.
Yes,
Get another woman.
Yeah, she's cast. So I don't know, maybe we need to study. Unfortunately, we don't have studies around this.
Yes.
This issue.
There are no studies.
Yeah, there are no studies.
Okay.
So it'd be very interesting to find out how does that work for a young mind. Tell her, okay, no, this woman is, it's not good for you. Let's get another one. Like Sirani, how does a man reconcile that? Because remember, that's the narrative you're given.
Yes.
Or for some men, there are women with repetitive, like those spontaneous abortions. What had happened earlier on in life.
Yes.
And
So
carry
you're
a
saying-
kid to term. Yes.
So they'll have to blame somebody. Because
Yes, but now some men can get affected by that. They're
By
trying,
that,
they're
yes.
trying. Then I think earlier on, as we were chit-chatting, it's the age, like now at your age. Most of your guys are mullahs now. They're sorted. I own, I don't know, maybe 1 square mile and I have buildings here in Kampala, but I don't have a child yet. And then they tell me, you see, the pressure is different at that point
different. Yeah.
than when it would have been when you're 28 or 30 or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah, so the context can affect whether or not the men will really think about these things. But by and large, we are perceived to move on. This is from our experience here. Move on, even for stillbirths.
Yes.
Move on faster than the women would like us to, so to
Okay.
speak. But we deal with these things differently. Yeah.
So we are as a male, we move on faster than the woman.
Appear to. Yeah, because like I told Quechuans, women grieve, men move on, right? Because we've been socialized to do that.
Yes.
You see what I mean? That's why I want to use the word we appear to. And as a man, like when you're just sharing your struggles were your own, right?
Yes.
Were you talking to people about your struggles then?
No.
Because we are supposed to take it in, you know?
Yes.
And that's for anything. So with grief, usually we're the ones to be strong. They tell you, be strong for
your woman.
If there are any funeral arrangements, you're the guy who's spearheading those things.
Because, why I want to bring this argument from this side. By the way, I'm speaking from a point of inquisitive.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
If I am supposed to, we can't say both of us are not supposed to break down, because who will hold up the other?
Yeah.
That's an argument we would have.
Yes.
When I have to be strong for someone, then it means I'm going to keep a balance. Don't you think that is a good thing?
It might seem like that, but from my side as a professional, I think there is pausing happening there. You're pausing your own process of going through this emotional turmoil. So they're kind of shutting off or delaying it. You see? So you're not actually mentally balancing it, You've just been socialized to act that way. So to speak.
And you see also a man has got testosterone. We are physical beings, if I may put it. We are built to handle stress. And then the woman who is oestrogenic has got, what do you call it? She's the emotional being. So I'm putting a scenario where, we have lost the most common, the one which I tend to think is easy to deal with, would be very emotional for me, is if maybe the woman has been pregnant and then she gets a stillbirth, or if you've had the child crying and the child passes away, because it's a little bit more like this is real. But then now, me, because I'm a man. You get, and I am supposed to handle. Why would I also break down when she's breaking down? Who is going to support us?
Okay, the thing is this: you're a human being.
Yes, I am a human being.
It's simple as that, right? And you respond depending on how you grew up and how resilient you are. You respond to what stresses you like a human being. If that piece of news is overwhelming, you will be overwhelmed.
You'll be overwhelmed.
It has nothing to do with you being a man, no? You'll be overwhelmed. Yeah? It's just like now, Bill, you're heavy set. Let me give you an example, right? And one of your editors is a small guy. Now, from the outset, if you are to fight people, do you expect you to subdue him? That's the expectation. But the guy can't subdue you. Right?
True.
It doesn't make you less of the guy. We'll look at other factors that led to the outcome. So with this we start with you're a human being, you're an animal that responds to distress in a certain way. Okay? It's scientific, right? But how you're socialized, will determine how you respond. To that distress.
So I shouldn't, as a man, make an effort to manage for a while.
You see, if you've been socialized, you can go on autopilot. And our autopilot is silence, right? Because even we men don't have that language of, how should I put it, sympathy. We have one word to, if we are religious, then we spew out the platitudes. God is in control, he knows, But that's not what the person wants to hear at that point. They are in pain. So we tend to leave the guy who is to himself to sort it out, right? And in certain cultural contexts, men who go through that tend to isolate themselves. Probably go to the forest or do something. And all the men get it. You see what I mean, right?
Yes.
Yes. So with respect to that, it can't be mechanical like that. It depends on the individual. Yes. And I wanted not to lose a point you mentioned that, for you to be affected by a bump or a stillbirth.
Something
which
physical.
is true. So when I was speaking to these ladies who seemingly thought their husbands didn't care, I told them, listen, a man will shed a tear when he sees the child is dead, or like, they can connect. But 1 week, 2 weeks, it's hard because we have no experience of carrying.
At all, yes.
You see? So they are not going to mourn as long as you will. Because you don't have that connection.
Yes.
Yes.
So now here I am.
Yeah.
I am a man.
Yeah.
Everybody, it is the norm.
Yeah.
That for us, even when you're on the discussion table, we'll never even talk about it. That I never hear men saying that I lost a child.
Thank you very much.
I have a relative who got a miscarriage.
Yeah.
And I only got to know it from her after a long time. That by the twice, we tried to get a child twice, and the child, and it didn't happen. That's how she expressed it.
Yes, yes.
But he had never mentioned it, and this is one of those people you meet on a regular.
Yes.
You'd expect it.
Yeah.
Would you say that even some, because of not knowing, we don't even think it necessary or think it as important to make it an issue?
Okay. Depending on like a miscarriage, right?
Yes, a miscarriage.
So I'm going to, again,
because it happens between the two of you.
Yes, so I'll again speak from my experience here.
Yes.
Like I said, men, and this is where some women feel betrayed by their husbands.
Okay.
Because they don't seem to
care.
Are perceived not to care. Yeah, because you have women saying things like, after 3 months, he tells me, you know what? It's time to move on. You can't keep crying over. You see what, you see what I mean, right? So because we deal with things, like I said, the way we're socialized, right? So if it happened, again, he will have sympathies maybe towards his wife. Maybe he understands.
Yes.
And he may make what might be perceived to be insensitive comments. Don't worry, we'll get another one.
Yes, I've had that.
Yeah, but to him, he thinks it's encouraging, right?
Yes.
Like, we can get another, don't worry. But you see, he didn't carry, like I said. So that connection, so might answer your question of, okay, it's not necessary. I don't have a connection. It's like something that just came and went.
Yes.
You see? But you see, the same thing happens when a person loses a child. Like a child. He may not speak about that child.
Yes.
Loss. Unless he's in certain circles. Or he's supporting someone who's gone through the same thing. But when he's amongst men, he's going to say, I lost a child.
No, he won't. But the woman will.
The woman will always say, my child would have been, yes. Because they did what? They carried. And that grief, the grief related to child loss for most women, we're looking at the perinatal.
Yes.
They stay with it for a long time. They remember that day. That's what Veso is me is about.
Yes.
Where I started this journey. Yes.
Was it also you beginning to understand it from there, or you used to also still meet people who had this problem?
I knew grief. I knew what grief is and things like that. Because of course you've dealt with a few people here, but the focus they had was something different. Because initially they used to do that and infertility.
Okay.
Because some people cannot get a child, but they try to get a child and it doesn't work out. And that's a loss in and of itself, right? Yes,
that is a lot more common actually.
Yes, and then we now, had a discussion. Said let's focus on loss because at least that's Kecho's experience. She can speak to that. She can support people with that. As a person with experience. Just like your experience, you support anyone because
Yes,
you understand, and you also know that that person will get you, or you
Yes.
get them, something like that. Yeah. Yes. So that's when I started moving into the space where I'm dealing with actually men.
Okay.
Yeah, and understanding couples and how this is affecting them as individuals, as a couple.
So what does it do to a man? What does it do to a man? Because you mentioned about something which I think makes a lot of sense here.
Yeah.
Couples who are trying to get children.
Yes. We have to look at those different contexts. Yes.
Now here you're really trying and you're getting miscarriages. Those ones I've heard of very frequently.
Yes.
How does it affect the man?
Okay. Again, I'm going to give you context. I'm going to answer by context.
Yes.
So imagine you are, let's say, the next in line to your father's,
Yes, the heir.
the heir to the kingdom.
Yes.
Like let's look at a kingdom or chieftaincy, right? You haven't had a child for a long time. Maybe you've gotten a wife, and they need children. That's the pressure. You need to continue the lineage.
Yes.
And the person's having miscarriage one, you may take it, but they're having the second and the third. Of course, there's the other pressure.
Yes.
Today, most men tend to be religious, tend to be monogamous, okay? And they get tested. With respect to my example,
Yes.
that's one scenario. Okay. Another is a young man who has just got into this life. His boys all have children, but he's
Yes.
not having a child. Okay. I've noticed there are some people who maybe grew up together, went to the same school. After university, they kept together.
Yes.
Okay? They support each other through get weddings, then they have children, then they move together as families. Like the same people as family, they organize events where they. So now imagine this one is the odd one out.
He always comes alone. His
Or
wife.
with the wife, and you look at so. But because, like I said, these things are not studied, men don't talk about these things. That one's also affected.
Yes.
Suddenly.
Yeah.
And then there are guys who just want to have a child, whether they're in a union or not. They want to have a child.
Yes.
And whoever they're with is not bringing forth a child. It affects them because for them now, it ties down to what does it mean to me? Okay? Our society tends to define you to be a man
When you have
when
children.
you bring forth a child. I recall when my firstborn came into this world, one of the first people to congratulate me didn't even say congratulations.
Said, now you're a
Told
man.
me, now you're a man. World is going to be very different.
Yes.
You understand?
I get it.
So with that narrative, even though some people might not be aware of it or not have been told it, they'll start to question, they'll start to feel a certain way.
Yes.
Okay? And they'll ask themselves, so some young men who are successful, they've hit every metric. Large house, successful business.
Yes. Yes.
So life then becomes difficult for them to navigate because
Yes.
there's no child. Okay? You have some guys saying, so then what is this all for? You understand?
Exactly. Yeah.
Who's it going to? That's how it affects.
We are going to take
Or
a
some
short
of the
break.
ways, yeah.
We are Yes, welcome back to Mind Matters with Bill Bekunda. Today we are talking about perinatal bereavement with senior clinical psychologist Simon Ndaula. Arthur. Now I'm going to start calling you Arthur because you mentioned that name. I want to be different, unique.
Yeah.
And he has been. We have been talking about. We first went through a bit of his background, school, and we came to perinatal bereavement to understand what it is. Women, we had Kecho talking about the subject, and her project Vessel is Me, and he works together with the project. What happens to men? Because it seems like a woman's problem. I had mentioned to him earlier that I passed this through a couple of my OBs and asked about it, and they were like, man, those things are for chicks. They don't eat there for weeklies, wodos and that kind of thing. Only a smart guy would understand a wodo, I think.
Yes.
But actually, it does affect people in different ways when you come to think of it. But also, one question I want to know is that, do some of these men even realize that it's affecting them? Because you see, something can affect you and you think that it is something else. For instance, if I'm sleep deprived and I fail to concentrate at work, I might say that I'm just stressed, but not related to sleep deprivation.
Right. You're very right. Very right. Of course, that brought the sleep deprivation.
Yes.
But you seem to relate with where you're failing to function.
Exactly.
Which is work, right? Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So
what happens to these men when we say, now we realize it does actually affect them, but some of them don't even realize it is affecting them. They'll blame something else.
Okay. So again, I'll speak to two contexts. There is, of course, the urban and the rural context, because we've been in both. So in the urban area, like I said, for a man who is questioning what this means to them, they may start looking at themselves as a failure.
Okay.
And with men, you do one of three things, I think. One or two or three things. Either you distract, get into work or things like that.
Yes.
Yeah, we tend to deal with pressure that way.
Yes.
Or you go the other way.
Or you stop. You drink. Smoke weed.
Drink. And you push. You're kind of resigned. Of course, we also become aggressive. Can be violent. Because you're frustrated. Something is not coming your way. So men can get affected that way, and these things can spill into other areas of their lives. That's if they get to the extremes.
Yes.
Yeah, relationships will break down because, if you're withdrawn, you can't relate to people. If you're militant, you can't relate to people, if you fall into the abyss of addiction, you lose a lot more.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's on the negative side. Some other people are maybe optimistic. They seek help. Work towards certain things, Some may find out whether the problem is them or the other party. They try to find a solution.
Yes.
Yeah, there's some, do that. In the villages, what we've noticed is, again, the narrative that's always pushed is the woman's a problem.
Yes.
But some of these young men love their women and they have different stories on how they met and all that. So some of them actually move away from that community and move elsewhere to try again.
Okay.
And it's the ones we've been fortunate to meet have gone to a hospital where they've gotten a professional information about what happened. That it dispels the narrative of the caste woman, the Kisirani and all that. But so they move away from that area. I must also say that some men actually are supported by their fathers who encourage them and then they have a positive outlook to these things.
Yes.
Yeah. Or some elders in the community who have a positive outlook to these things. Or people who are informed, especially in the villages, who dispel the narratives of try elsewhere or do this or that. Yes.
I think that's the most common thing. If this one can't give you, go pick another one.
Yes.
Second wife, or do it in hiding.
Yes.
Yeah. And we say, so, when I'm, the more I talk about this and the more I hear it is, even now, when I'm dealing with substance use disorders, I think one of the questions that I should be asking especially amongst couples, is have you had are you going through, no, I don't know whether to call it perinatal.
Have you lost a child?
Have you lost a child? Have you had a stillbirth? Have you had...
Yeah, it'll be an interesting thing.
Yes.
Yeah, to see how that led to one person getting into... Yeah, because I remember it starts as a... I don't want to use the word coping mechanism because people use alcohol for different reasons, right?
Yes.
But someone may use the alcohol just to numb the pain.
Yes.
Like the pain
Exactly.
killer. Okay?
It is, yeah.
Another person may use the alcohol to sleep, to get sleep because, they can't,
Yes.
Or any other substance to feel calm. And then it becomes a problem.
It becomes a problem.
Yes, but that would be good to see the genesis of it.
Because you see, sometimes you don't even know what's triggering the desire to use. And why I'm looking at this as very important is because there are certain things which even the man won't think are a problem. But if you keep looking at someone with children, so you find someone has got 6 kids, maybe you wanted 3, maybe you got only 1 and the rest were miscarriages.
Yes.
Then it could affect you, but for you just think it is stress. Business is bad and all that. That's why I'm looking at it more critically now. So when we are saying this, we are saying that it actually can cause depression. How would it cause depression? The losing a child at that age, at that stage, how would it cause depression?
It would cause depression if the man tunes into the meaning of that loss.
The meaning of that loss of having a child.
Of not having that child.
Of not having that child.
Yes. So they'll be depressed if they start looking at themselves as useless, worthless.
Mm-hmm.
Those are typical themes. Okay?
Yes.
I'm worthless. If they're in a community and all eyes are on them and I'm worthless or I'm not befitting or I don't fit in, that's what would cause depression.
So what do they need to do about it? Where do you start from?
Okay, a very, very good question. So as couples, we start with the medical professionals.
Okay.
It's good for them to explain why this is happening. All these issues, some of these issues can be remedied. Yeah. At least you're familiar with mental health.
Yes.
I believe many women who even struggle to carry a child through term are not managing distress. There's a lot happening in their lives. I don't know, case by case, right? But are not managing distress.
Okay.
Okay. I dealt with a lady who lost a child. And when she got pregnant again, she had anxiety about this child making it to term.
Yes.
That anxiety itself had the potential of turning into a miscarriage.
Okay.
You understand? Yeah.
Yes.
So, like I said, these things can be remedied. So if they go to professionals, one, there could be maybe a medical issue that can be remedied. Okay. Sometimes it could be you not following protocol, like a full antenatal that cause that. Yeah.
Yes.
So if it's that, then just do the antenatal, you will have a child.
Okay.
If now this is where we come in. If the lady is in distress, there's a lot that's happening. She needs a professional to help her realize that there's a lot happening. You may be able to do something about it or not do something about it. But the main point is having this child, reach full term, healthy. Right? So, but we're focusing on men. So information, men work well with information. So with professionals, they get to know the cause of the problem.
Okay.
That's one. Two, of course, this issue of support groups is new, but they're there. I believe there may be some informal ones, things like that. So VESO is a starting point for men. They can call in.
Okay.
They will be offered support, informational support, pointed towards professional support. But there could also be support groups. I mean, just like how you started out your your journey.
Yes.
If someone can start that, it's a good thing. Because like I said, men are affected in different ways.
Yes.
There could be they're affected in different ways. So again, that would help them because we don't talk much about these things.
Yes.
So again, within those support groups, you have professionals speaking about these things. Okay. Yeah. Thirdly, we need to train medical professionals.
Yes.
Okay.
They won't take that to
so that this becomes like standard protocol within their training. Like, in case of a loss, if it's happened, like for instance, there's a loss that happens at the hospital. What happens to those people? If they are discharged, they have the child.
Yes.
The initial support during that time can be helpful to men during that time.
Okay. So they advise them on...
No, like if there's a steel bath.
Yes.
Like the man would respond to the steel bath, right? They could advise, like maybe the man is, okay, no, we know it's a difficult time, but if you have time, come in at this time.
Okay.
And they explain. But unless you have a deliberate effort to train, and then it becomes part of...
Yes.
Or in case of a miscarriage, still, like you're going through your antenatal, wherever you're going.
Yes.
If the child is lost, they request the couple to go.
Okay.
And the man is given an explanation of what happened. It goes a long way in, remedying some of these problems.
So don't medical professionals, are they not equipped with these skills? Why?
Let me give you an analogy that you relate to properly.
Okay.
So you are in the business of helping people recover.
Yes.
Some people think rehabs don't do their work.
Yes.
I tell them rehabs do their work because when you go, they detox, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
They detox. Is that part of their work?
That is
That's the core bit.
Yeah.
They detox. They will have done their work. They may have different programs because I know people have
yes,
different philosophies, right?
Yes.
But they may not deal with the issues, like core issues that push particular individuals to
drink. Yeah.
You see, and that's someone else's what? Role.
Yeah.
And that's someone else's role who works with the entire family and things like that. But if that's incorporated, maybe I don't know if it's too much work for them. So it's just like that. So the medics are trained to do particular things.
Yes.
Okay? It's aspect of the human being. Some of these things are new. Because people go away. Then it doesn't become what? I mean,
yes.
Lost a child, they rub, they go away. People have miscarriages, you never know they've had a miscarriage.
Yes.
So that's why we need to kind of build this awareness.
Yes.
And then if a person's having their antenatal and they plan to deliver at maybe our hospital, they have a miscarriage, we call them
they are
back.
referred.
We call them back.
Yes.
Yeah. Or if we're the ones following them up, if they have that issue, you ask them to come back because you have the training, you supported them through that process. Yes.
Yeah, so there needs to be coordination.
Yes, but training
and
of
training
of the medics, yes.
Yes. Now also, there are many factors because the more I listen, even the more you answer my questions, the more I get other questions.
Yes, that's okay.
You mentioned when it came to the point of depression and all these things that can come because of it, I was going to ask, usually we say when a woman gets pregnant, they tell her to rest. They tell her not to do this, the other. Actually, according to Kecho's story, she said when she got her second pregnancy, they put her on bed rest. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Chill, do nothing, and just wait for the baby to come.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
They are telling her how not to cause a miscarriage or not to cause those problems.
Yes.
do they do the same for men? Is there anything men should do also not to cause it to happen?
Okay. I have a very good question. So we talked about how women perceive that they're not supported by their husbands.
Yes.
So yes, I think men should, like, get through these information sessions or interactions with professionals. There should be a specific, like, little program to tell them, listen, your wife is pregnant. Remember, she's still grieving the other loss. That one's not going to go away. Okay? So you may need to take it easy on her because the certain demands will remain the same. Those things.
At night.
Take it easy on her with respect to certain things because that reduces her anxiety, you know?
Yes.
Because she may feel like she's failing, maybe in her marriage or something like that. You need to calm her down. Or you take it easy, or your demands, you know?
Yes.
So that she can push this kid to term.
Yes.
Because we tend to forget, like I said, we move on, right? We tend to forget and now expect, because I'm doing, well, you must be doing.
Yes.
Yeah, because we look at life through the masculine lens.
Yes.
So what you raise is very important. And for couples that are affected, you know, once men learn this, by the way, once men have information, they're extremely very good at offering support. Because once they know, yes, logic starts dictating how they do what.
Yes,
how they behave. So that's very important.
Yes. And also now I'm seeing also, even if you've not had it before, even if there's been no miscarriage, no stillbirth, or anything, the way a man and his woman live together can also contribute to perinatal
loss. Yes. If yes, definitely. If there is distress in the home, there's fighting, or there is, you know, yes, that one we know. Stress will lead to a miscarriage. Just distress. Yes. Yeah.
So if the man is putting too many demands on a woman, probably it could be it will be the cause. It will be the cause.
Yes, not could be. It will be the cause.
Yes.
Because, you know, when a woman gets, like men and women, both, when they have expectations of a child, where their minds will take them is depending on how they've been socialized.
Yes.
For the woman, it's something totally different. You know what I mean, right? I have a child, you know, in life, you know, her child, maybe if she knows the sex of the child, he'll probably be the president of Uganda or these or great. Yeah, so there's a lot that crashes when that loss happens. So it's good for people to know that once a woman is in that phase.
Yes.
And this for both parties. If there is a battle, you need to redefine it.
Yes.
because you're both going to lose.
Yes.
You see what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. There are fights that happen, you know, during because relationships have fights. But
yes.
I think if people are sensitized to the issue that, okay, this is a delicate.
So with the man, because we are on men today,
yes, with the men.
How, if my wife, if we are going to have a child, how do I carry myself? Where do I start from? Give me a scenario of how a man should handle a wife.
Like a first-time father?
Yes.
First-time father, my advice would be this. The wife has said she's pregnant. So what are you required to do? Because go to the hospital, antenatal, try and attend as many as you can. If you can attend every one of them, please do. Because you'll get information, right? If a woman slips up on something, you remind her.
Yes.
That, you know what, you're supposed to take this. You know, then they take, you know? Yeah, you be supportive. Now, if we're looking at an ideal situation where we have a host of professionals there that help them, you know, that will maybe, like I said, if you train these people, like the medics, like I was saying, and they also check in with the woman, are you in distress? What is distressing you? Such that you separate the changes that are happening in the body because of the pregnancy to other things surrounding her. Okay? So if a husband gets to know about those things, they can be mitigated.
Yes.
You know, and then he can know what to do, okay, or what not to do, because it's also good for him to know that women change during that time.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's the time women are very irritable. Yeah. So
They can be irritable.
So if a person does not appreciate that, it's going to start returning fire.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is what is, but they must be known.
Yes.
Yeah. So with the medics giving them that, because these are hormonal, these are changes due to hormonal, imbalances and things. Not that your wife has become rude or hard-headed or things like that.
Yes.
It's important to know, because if you don't, then you actually know this woman, she used to start swinging or doing things like that.
Yes. So we are saying here, men, this is very important, and you should hear that sometimes you are the cause of these miscarriages. You are the causes of these stillbirths. Yeah, I'm saying.
Yeah.
Now we are emphasizing on men.
Yes.
We've emphasized on the problem. Maybe we shall emphasize on women another time.
Yeah.
But why I'm thinking it's important for men is because even me, I've always related perinatal bereavement to the woman. Either her infertility.
Yes. Socialization. Yes.
It's even psychological that when you hear, so-and-so has been trying to get a child for 10 years.
The woman is blamed.
Well, I usually think first you think maybe it's the woman.
Yeah.
But then, of course, you also know maybe it's the man. But the one thing I have never thought of is that if anything goes wrong and it is not about the sperm, it is the woman. I've never connected it to stress, to fights, maybe to whatever can be happening in the house. Yet actually that can lead to miscarriages.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So now I'm saying that men also now need to realize that even my approach to the person I'm with can also cause.
Yes. But we need to work within certain limits. At least let them get as much information
as possible.
That's your role as a man.
Yes.
In that time, get as much information as possible, such that you can make the necessary adjustments.
So where do they get this information?
That's what I'm trying to say. When your woman is pregnant, go to the hospital.
Go to the hospital.
You start there.
Yes.
Then they explain to you. Ask all the questions you need to ask.
Yes.
So it's up to you to ask all the questions you need to ask. Don't sit there and expect them to tell you everything. No, you ask.
Me, when mine was pregnant, I would just sit and wait.
Yeah.
They tell me do this, I do it.
Yes. You can ask, yeah. You ask all the questions you need to ask, Yes. And then you also can be curious and find out, we're in the information age. It's there. Yeah, it's there.
Yeah, it's even on the internet.
Yeah, it's there.
I read quite a bit.
Yeah, it's there. In the information, so you have to be proactive. So that with relations, it takes two, of course. But when you know certain things, you're able to adjust accordingly.
Okay. And then there is also lifestyle.
Yeah.
How it affects this condition. Using, what are they called? Pills.
Yeah.
How does it... because that's why I hear most of the blame coming. She's not giving birth because this one must have been on what?
Now,
on those
contraceptives.
Contraceptives.
Well, that one I may not give you like a professional thing.
Yes.
But I think if you had a fertility doctor, he can make the connections.
He can make the connection.
Make the connections. Yes, because if it's I do not know how that relates to perinatal loss, like the loss of miscarriages, but he could probably explain.
Okay.
Yeah, because some things may be scientific, like maybe a woman cannot carry to term. They're very unique. Some people have unique. Yes, but they'll be best placed to explain like contraception and inability to carry a child to term.
Yes.
Yes.
Because that's what we hear a lot. That girl must have been aborting. She must have been on contraceptives.
Yeah, but and you see, now this is why I say
blame.
Professionals are very important. Now, when you speak to a doctor who specializes in this area, they will give us what actually happened.
What actually happened.
Which could dispel, confirm or disconfirm.
Yes.
Yes.
I think we'll need that. I think that one is the next person I'm going to look for.
Yes.
Because it's very important to know so that we don't have people just blaming and throwing blame.
Yes.
And this blame actually even causes the problem to get worse.
Yes.
So the people that you have met who are having this problem, first I want to know numbers. Are they very many? Are they very few? Are they trickling in?
Okay, so I'll start again. Men don't do what? Men don't do. Okay. And somehow the referrals as men,
Yes.
of course, are fewer. It's usually when you get a lady and say, can we speak to your husband?
Okay.
Okay. So even out there where we do some support work for a unit that at least that has it's a hospital, but there's a unit that does some bereavement support. Again, you see the numbers of men, ratio of men to women is what?
By like how much?
Hey,
1 to
find
10?
2 to 7, like a couple that has come in, a couple.
Yes.
Yeah, but I've never heard of a solo man coming, but a couple. So most of the women come alone.
Okay.
Not with their husband. So the numbers are small. It's like I said, it's an area that's not been studied much.
Okay.
So I think we need to make efforts to study.
We need to make effort. So we need research.
Yes, we need research, study. But I think to get there, first thing we need to do is awareness.
Yes.
It's not that the stigma around these things,
Yes.
is conquered.
So with this research, Vessel is me. Are they doing research or is that I didn't ask?
I don't know. They're not doing research, not that I know of, but
Yes.
those are some of the things they would want to do.
Yes.
But I think the goal is support and awareness.
Yes.
Once awareness is spread, you probably get an idea of how big a problem is. That's when people come out, not so?
Okay. Yeah, true.
You see, because you can't start studying when you don't know where you're going to what?
Yes.
To look. You see? Because most researchers go where there is a defined problem. Okay? And they know who to meet. But where they're not, how are you going to do it? But there are other ways we collect information. Like I think she must have mentioned the call center.
Yes, she mentioned the call center.
Yeah, so the call center is a way of getting data. It's not research, but it's a way of getting information, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but if the awareness drive is successful, it can give us a picture. Yeah, because I always say we want to be in a situation where we are overwhelmed. Yeah, then we will know the gravity of the issue, right?
Okay. So we are saying that from the numbers you are receiving, it has been happy. You've been, Vessel is me has been on for like how many years? 4 years?
Okay, I came on board in 2019.
2019.
But
so that means
before that.
Yes. And having since 2019, do you see steady numbers increasing in the queries, or is it still stagnating?
Of course, with the call center, the call center is active. So what pushed us to get a call center is because of what Kecho had to deal with as an individual.
Okay.
You see?
Yes.
So the call center is active. It actually gave us, because people call. In one time you call.
And they're helped?
They're helped.
Okay.
Yeah, they're helped. But for the men, again, the numbers, we can't say you get more year on year. If you got 3 last year, maybe you get 5. I'm just giving you an idea, right?
Yes,
or 7. It's because, again, men don't do what?
Don't talk.
Just like you said, the other person who said they've never mentioned, you can imagine.
Yes.
I believe they're educated. They're exposed.
In fact, we said
it has nothing to do with your education or what?
Yes.
It's just how you've been socialized.
We even say that the educated ones are usually the problem. You guys went to school. You overthink things. Even when they tell you to go and vote, you're there. Yes, perinatal bereavement is actually a big problem. And we don't have studies that talk much about this problem in the country. But we know that so many of us have had, especially those who are married, you've had that your friend or your relative has got, they had a miscarriage or a stillbirth, or they lost their child early, and you leave it as that. You come, you say, sorry. Then they go into, it spills even further. It goes further than just the loss. In Kecho's story, she talked about burial. How do you, because if somebody has died, you bury them.
Yes.
Now you say that, where are you going to bury them? Because she talked about where they had to bury. It was not automatic that because so and so has died, you take to the burial grounds where you come from.
Yes.
Some people reject that.
Yes.
How do you deal with such cases?
That's tough.
Or what needs to be done?
But before we get there, there's something I wanted to pick on where you're talking about a loss. Now, miscarriages are not announced.
They are not announced as death.
You see
You
what
can't
I mean?
go on the radio and say.
No, I'm just trying to say,
Yes.
but even amongst like friends,
Yes.
unless it's your close friends, so and so.
Yeah,
But again, even then they won't mention. It's rare that I've had people mentioning.
Yes.
Now you're talking about a stillbirth, right?
Yes.
Yeah, a stillbirth. Maybe, yes. Yeah, that's a very huge challenge, and it may also have cultural, right? Some
Connotations.
not connotations. Cultural restrictions of who has to bury. Remember, when we bury people, we get closure.
Yes.
In some cultural religious things, you're not allowed to see, or something like that. Or in some, they do not. They may diminish the death. It never lived.
Yes.
You see what I mean? So they diminish it at that point.
Yes.
So it leaves both people, mostly the mother, in a very difficult place.
Exactly. What needs to be done?
I'll always tell you, let's get these stories out. Let's understand what's behind them. Okay. Let's use information. You have to strike a balance between culture and our information. So where do we meet in the middle? Okay, such that we can help those who bereaved, those who are going through, so they can manage their grief. I believe that's the way, because if they're isolated incidents, it's hard to what?
Yes.
But we know they happen. Yeah, we know.
Would you advise that? Because especially miscarriages, if we put them in the same category, for people to understand a little bit more, because you see, a psychologist, you're supposed to help people overcome these problems.
Yes.
Miscarriages are not recognized.
Yeah.
But
some people don't recognize them as
Yes,
actually, most of us don't. Yeah.
Yes. Now
That's
we are
death.
saying, for instance, you get a miscarriage.
Yeah.
I thought before, when a miscarriage happens, especially in the first month and a half or two, things just dissolve and sort themselves out as women, But actually, it has to be removed, even small as it is, right? But those are remains of a human being.
Yes.
So if we are considering it, the death of a child,
Yes.
don't they also need proper disposal or proper what did you call it? Closure?
Closure, burial, like
Burial, yes.
Yeah, that's a fair question, because we're saying it's a person.
Yes.
Yeah, I would believe so, but I think you've given me a challenge because I hadn't actually thought deeper about this particular thing.
Yes.
And I'll dig up some information and ask people who are old.
Exactly.
Just look at their what do they think about that? When do they consider, and why? Why would they have? Yeah, it would be a good thing to explore.
Yes.
Yes.
It's very important.
Yeah, because I know it's important for closure, like
closure,
as part of your mourning, grieving.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know that the idea of abortion has brought a lot of controversy because in this case now, you're actually killing, because you cannot call it at this stage the loss of a child if you don't consider it to be killing at the same stage or,
Yes.
or after that.
Yes.
And there are many questions that come along. But you see how the topic about one thing which seems not to be important can actually be important, because I've already connected it to so many things. I've already connected it even to my practice of substance use and abuse recovery.
Yes.
Because these are things that can affect someone. And Kecho talked about how she drank to cope heavily. The way she mentioned it here, it was like I even got scared. I thought I was like, the drink you're talking about here is dangerous.
Yes.
And so we need to start looking into issues of this bereavement as very, very important. In fact, there are some things which I had done some research on.
Yeah.
I left my glasses behind now. We have problems. Smart guys always have problems. Now I borrow your glasses.
Yeah, they will work. If it's for reading.
Yeah, they're for reading.
Yeah, you'll see.
Hey, you are right. You appeared, you now.
Yeah.
Yes, but there is just give me a second here. Perinatal bereavement is what we are talking about with senior psychologist Arthur Simon Ndaula. And this is the loss of a baby during pregnancy, at birth, or during pregnancy, at birth, or shortly after, that affects men too, though this is overlooked. And here is how it impacts them. And we have talked about all these things, but I'm just going to bring them out from what I had gathered earlier. Men, emotional pain that's often hidden. We have talked about this extensively today. They grieve the loss of their baby just as deeply as their mothers do, but they're often expected to stay strong, because this may bottle up their emotions trying to protect their partner or appear composed. We talked about that. What does this do to them? It leaves you heartbroken, helpless, and it leaves you feeling empty. And those are things where you find you have to start coping. Feelings of guilt and failure. Fathers may quietly blame themselves, thinking they should have done more to protect or support the mother and the baby. They might question their manhood, especially if they couldn't fix the situation. Isolation, you say that about 3 times. And being left out of grief support. Much of the emotional and medical attention after loss goes to the mother, which can leave fathers feeling invisible or unsupported. They may withdraw socially, thinking no one understands their pain, and also difficulty expressing emotions. Many men are taught from childhood not to cry or show vulnerability after perinatal loss. This can make it hard to talk about grief, leading to silent suffering, anger, and emotional breakdown. And then there is one also we talked about, but I think we talked about it very briefly, which is relationship strain.
Okay. Yeah.
Each partner grieves differently. When a man tries to stay strong while the partner expresses open grief, it can cause misunderstandings. Some couples experience distance, miscommunication, or even conflict during this period. Mental health struggles. Many men may experience depression, anxiety, insomnia, or even symptoms of post-traumatic stress after the loss. These signs often go unnoticed because their grief looks different, the man and the woman. It may show up as irritability, overworking, substance use, or emotional numbness. Long-term effects if unacknowledged, unresolved grief can affect future pregnancies, parenting confidence, intimacy, overall well-being, and some men carry quiet fear or avoidance around future fatherhood. On this relationship issue, that's why I want you to come in again.
Yes.
What happens to the relationship after? From what you've observed so far?
Very good question. Our relationships are complex. It's back and forth between men and women.
Yes.
And unfortunately, sometimes we've had statements like, okay, after all, you can't bring forth.
Yes.
But I'm not going to call out the men and say, oh, it's mean, but because there's a history to everything. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it can be stormy. Of course, that puts a woman in a certain place, because there are probably reasons why she can't bring forth a child.
Yes.
Might not be related to him or something like that. But it strains relationships. For people who are trying to have a child for a long time, but they're not having one, and especially where men of advanced age.
Yes.
And here, it's not uncommon for a guy to go on the side, and try.
Yes.
Might go on the side and be successful.
Yeah.
Okay. So what does this mean for this woman? Okay. We've had situations where some men have jumped ship.
Okay.
They wake up one day and they're gone.
Suicide, basically.
Not suicide.
Oh, they leave the relationship.
Yep, and they give that as the reason. Nothing for me here.
Yes.
Relationships. Or some relationships become icy. People can't split because of either family ties,
yes,
or religious beliefs. Yeah, they are together because of the religious beliefs, but they're no longer like an entity. There's no child in the home.
Yes.
For those that haven't had children, then there are some who might have a child and have had multiple losses. Now, like you mentioned in that narrative, men and women grieve differently. Now, remember, if it was a miscarriage, the mind may not register 3 losses. But the woman,
yes, she does.
So again, there's going to be back and forth. We have this one, so why? Because it's going to be emotional.
Yes.
So yes, it does affect relationships.
There are many breakups.
Yes, some people break up, but some people live under a lot of strain.
And
like I said, we need to look at each couple because we don't have a lot of data. So it's case by case. But if it's a young couple, they have hope.
Yes.
If it's an older one, there may be other dynamics. Some people may maintain this person, but they have children.
True.
Yeah.
And so,
some may break up.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we have some statistics, but they're general. Key statistics in Uganda, according to the Uganda Public Health Fellowship Program. I don't know that one. It's a review which was done 2017 to 2021. The annual average perinatal death rate in Uganda was about 23 deaths per 1,000 total births. I think that was done in a couple of hospitals.
Yeah.
In a community-based cohort in northern Uganda, the mortality rate was 43 out of 1,000 deaths. That is like 4.3%, if I may put it, right? Consisting of stillbirths, 20 out of 1,000, and early neonatal deaths, 23 out of 1,000. In Western Uganda, 22 out of 1,000, stillbirths, 10, and neonatal death, 12 out of 1,000. In Kampala, we have about 17 stillbirths, and out of 1,000, and 29 out of 1,000, which is a little bit higher, of neonatal deaths. So in Kampala, it is a lot bigger. The broader newborn and stillbirth estimate, basically, Uganda loses an estimated 26,000 stillbirths annually. Those are many.
Yes.
How many people do you get a year to talk to?
There are few. Okay, the call center, I would need to.
You need to find out.
Catch up for the call center, but still, you see, yes, there are many, but you see, Kampala is high because of the infrastructure.
Yes.
Hospitals, so you're able to get the reporting. What about down there where people can't get to a hospital?
But what I was trying to say is that considering there are 26,000 stillbirths and 32,000 neonatal deaths, you should be overwhelmed like on a daily.
The thing is, okay, so people there's a stigma around these things.
The stigma.
You see? And that's why I try to say before that we need training at these hospitals.
We need a lot of training
at these hospitals. And then we can set up a support infrastructure slowly.
Yes.
Yes. But if they knew, definitely.
No, we definitely need a lot of
Yeah, but with the call center, I think it picked up to significant levels of.
Yes.
It's significant. Yeah.
It's very significant.
It's very significant.
Anyway, the conversation has begun. Mental health is not only about drugs, substances, gambling, single mothers. We have had almost everything, but I think Kecho has just triggered my interest in this part because it seems like many are affected, and 26,000, 32,000 is really a big number. And there is more I have Googled here, and I'm actually thinking that everybody who is listening to this program should take an interest in actually looking into this perinatal bereavement, what it's about. Contact Vessel is me. You're on Facebook, and I think you're on all
platforms. Yes.
What are the contacts for the?
I think they are there.
For the call center.
They are there.
Okay, they are there, yes. So that we can have more people. And then at your place of work, people come in. Do they come in to talk about it as well, or they are only referrals? Do you have it as one of the listed services?
So if a person came in and that was flagged, I would support them.
Okay.
Yeah, it's happened in different spheres. Yes, I would support them.
Okay.
Yeah, but my role at Vessel is to, of course, I am a chairman of the board.
Yes.
So is to give them direction.
Okay.
Thankfully, I have a clinical inclination, so which has helped.
Yes.
And you're having people with lived experience to grow and support and build a network of more support. I still do support. Even in this role, I still do support.
Exactly.
At the other level. Yes.
Oh, you didn't tell me you're the chairman. Nice. I would have handled you differently. A cup of tea.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really good.
Yes.
So, for our dear listeners, I hope you have understood something new and more today, because this is a subject that really needs to be looked into. Some of the problems we have in our homes, for those who are couples or married, we have so many unmarried couples these days who get children. Some of the problems you are having could be as a result of this. And I also know, because after that show with Kecho, some lady told me, she said that I have never told my husband that I have had 3 miscarriages. And that was really, that was a sting, if I may call it. I wonder how many women don't, because like you said, there's stigma around it. What if I say, and it causes problems in my home?
But they could also be, like I said, each relationship is unique in its own way.
Yes.
Maybe said husband is not so supportive emotionally. So that keeps many women from holding back
Yes.
a big thing like that. It's possible.
That is dangerous. I mean, even for
Stigma can be one. The other is knowing the other person.
no, stillbirth you cannot hide because you've reached a point. But miscarriage,
yes.
she has, because she says that even when she gets pregnant, she'll say it after 4 months.
So you see, there's a history.
Yes.
So it tells you when probably her miscarriages happened.
Yes.
Before.
Oh yes, Simon.
Yes.
This has been wonderful. There are proposed ways in which we can help, and the number one is seek professional help. Go to, I think it's www.vesselisme.com.
Yes.
I remember.
It's a good start.
Yeah, Google Kecho. I think on social media she's Denise Kecho, DINISEKECHO, or Vesselisme. And how do they communicate with you?
It's through Vesselisme.
No, you also have a practice where people might need a psychologist.
So for this particular thing, I usually support through
Vesselisme. It is better.
But anyone else, of course, could reach out. But because why it's important is you have people here that will help.
Yes.
A couple understand certain things.
Yes.
See, I as an individual deal with loss, but it's a very good start. It's information. Yes. There may be other places they may need to go. That's why, yes.
Okay. Yeah. All right, then. So we have come to an end of our program today. 2 hours is never enough. We are going to see you again next week on Mind Matters with the next guest talking about mental health. Thank you for listening and have a good week ahead. God bless you.
Mind Matters, the weekly check-in with Bill Bekunda on Stream UG Radio.